Hello there, Internet. Today, as a little extra video, I'm going to tell you about my asexuality journey. So I discussed this in my coming out video when I came out as asexual, and then I basically discussed it in my poem, I'm a Myth, which basically details how I came to figure out that I was asexual. But I've not made a video where I'm just like, hey, this was how it kind of went. And so I'm gonna do that. Plus there's a lot of different people here since I first came out, and that might be helpful. So let's go. First off, if you didn't know, hi, I'm asexual. If you're here, you should probably know that. We've discussed it a lot. I had no idea that the term asexuality existed, like most people, up until the time that I turned 17. So I was watching documentaries, like one does when they're cool. They watch documentaries. You can tell I was a popular kid in high school because I watched documentaries in my spare time. And I was scrolling through Hulu and I came across a documentary called Asexual. And I was like, what the heck does that mean? And like, I wasn't one to like watch like sexy or sexual stuff. So like, I don't know why the term asexual was like pulling on me, but it was, so I watched it. And then when I watched it, I was like, well, that sure seems like me. I hadn't really like thought about it in depth. I wasn't like, I'm different. I know I'm different and I need to figure out why I'm different. Nope, I was just like, I don't like sex and I don't know if I ever want to have sex, and that's very different from everybody else that surrounds me. So I think I'm a little weird, maybe a little broken, but you know, it's just, I'll probably want it eventually. And no, I wasn't immediately like, that's me, let's tell the world. I was like, that's me, maybe, I think, kind of, that sure seems like me. I didn't tell anybody. I did tell one friend eventually. It was a friend that I had a thing with. We would get together and be a thing. And after I discovered this identity, I was like, maybe I am that. But then this friend, I made out with them, and then I was like, well, it can't be me. I just clearly made out with somebody. Clearly I'm not asexual, because I didn't understand what it meant. So when people are like, I don't understand asexuality, I get it. I was there, I was you. So then I was like, JK, not me. Don't think about it. I'm just a weirdo. Stop it. But then like I kept thinking about it because like it felt good and it felt right. And so I kept thinking about it. I even almost told one of my best friends before I left for college. I almost told her. I remember like being there, being like, hey, I think I'm this. And I didn't do it. So we went to college, we made out with people, and as previously explained, we felt that that meant we couldn't be asexual, so we didn't think about it, or tried not to, rather. Sophomore year, I started thinking about it a lot more because it was present, I was learning more things, I was becoming more involved in the LGBTQ community, but we still weren't saying it's what we were. Then junior year, I was living with my friends Nathan and Caitlin, and we were just like chatting one night, just having a ball, making fun of each other, doing things. Somebody said something about being pregnant, and I was like, not gonna be pregnant, cause not gonna have sex. Not ever gonna have sex, then can't be pregnant. At this time, I had been trying to drop like subtle hints that I thought I might be asexual, because I didn't want to be like, hey, I think I'm asexual. I wanted somebody to ask me that I was asexual, but then when somebody actually did, i.e. Caitlin, being like, are you asexual? I didn't know what to say, and I was like, maybe yes, no, I don't know. And that spurred the conversation, and we talked about it some more. I love it. She was just like, it's okay if you are, like, calm down, it's okay. But I didn't think it was okay. Well, I thought it was okay, but like I was like freaking out about it, you know, as you do when you have an existential identity crisis. So then I was finally able to talk to people about it. People being Nate and Kate. But it felt better than like trying to figure it out myself, you know? There had been other things that I had tried to do before that, like I might have mentioned it to my therapist before then. I went on Trevor Project and I used like the Trevor chat and I talked to somebody about it then. So, you know, good things. But here I was finally being like, no, I think this is what I am, because I think I understand it better now, and it is me. At the exact same time, I started dating John. So then like a week into our relationship, I was like, hey, I have to tell you something. I'm demisexual. Because at first I came out as demisexual because there was a guy that I thought I could have sex with, but then I realized that I wasn't sexually attracted to him. Like I didn't want to have sex with him. I was just like, oh, I could have sex with him if he wanted to have sex with me. And he did. But that's besides the point. I told John, He was cool with it. You know, he didn't really understand it, which fair, because as we remember, circling back, I did not understand it. But there we were, not understanding it, but dating all the same. I came out the next year, like January or early February, I think. I put out my coming out video on the internet. I had told my mom at some point, I don't remember when, but she didn't understand it either, but like I said, it's okay. Then throughout the course of me and John's relationship, I figured out I was asexual instead of demisexual, and that was actually harder than the initial conversation of me telling him that I felt this way. It was really hard for us in our relationship. It wasn't like make or break, but it was like, this is something that we have to work through now, and we have to dissect what it means and how each of us feels about it. And it was really hard, actually. But slowly I decided that I felt more comfortable with the term asexual instead of demisexual. Here we are. You kind of know the rest of the story because I put it on the internet. But where am I now? Where am I today? How do I feel about it all? What's going through my head? What's happening? We are actually going to talk about that in a few weeks. So be prepared for that, because we're gonna chat about it. The stress is rising. That's my coming out story, my asexual coming out story. I have more coming out stories because I've come out a lot as different things, many times. And we're not done. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope some of it resonated with you. Let me know your coming out story if you have one down in the doobly-doo, or just talk to me. I like talking to people, and that's fun. I'm gonna go make some lunch because my stomach keeps growling, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!